Shaw's in a hurry, not here.
I know, but you can't do it.
Louder and louder, a little bit, when to
Oh,
start.
it's loud up there.
Yeah, I'll be doing it normal Mondays.
They go sign up, you want to agree with
Good morning.
Morning.
Can you go to the break, you go around inside, and see.
And that is it.
Sea towers over.
This is it.
Yeah, Shaw got his hand, so I want to get a question on through.
Y'all, I always, I mean,
Are you ready, Stephanie?
Yes, sir.
they find the space and feeling way up.
I know.
You ready, Sharon?
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. We're gonna be quick on this. We're gonna call the meeting to order and declare a quorum ready. We'll do that quorum at 10 o'clock, but Shaw has to leave, so we're gonna bump right into this. So, I guess first thing up is Harold Hogan, if you'll do our application, please.
Morning.
Morning.
Let us pray. Oh, gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this opportunity this morning, Lord, to lend your Holy Spirit to us. Father, we just ask you to continue to bless our nation, bless Brown County as a whole. Father, we just ask you to bless all of our leaders that are in charge here. Father, we just looking for days better. And thank you for the weather, even though it's hot, weather, we just ask that you send the rain. Father, we just need you in these critical times. Continue to bless our children, as they are our future. Ask these blessings in Jesus' name, I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Harold. Seeing special guests other than our district judges here. Good morning. And citizens' comments signed up that I know of. Meetings from previous meetings from meetings. So, we're motion to approve the minutes from the
So,
a motion. I'll second. Vote on two of them, we need to pass them. We'll pass them in. No treasurer's report, auditor's report. This takes us back straight to our agenda items. Technology committee here yet.
Alicia's out of town. Alicia's out of town this week. I'm here. I don't know who else is planning to be here.
Okay.
We have representatives, so.
Well, let's go straight to item 7C. So we don't want to catch us taking any lengthy discussion. It's going to be consideration and possible approval of action regarding information technology position. So it's kind of wide open. We know that the technology committee met last week and felt it urgent that we address this, even though Matt is leaving us and he won't be here next Tuesday when we meet again. We're trying to figure out what to do in the long term and in the interim. So I think this is more probably what to do in the interim.
That definitely is something we will need to address today since.
So Judge Smith and Matt are on. I don't see anybody else here from the technology committee. I'm sorry, Sharon.
Did you? Yeah, did you?
I watched, I attended this. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Okay, no, that's fine. Yeah, the thing we need to really discuss today is, what we're gonna do in the interim, starting next Monday, next Tuesday, I guess, is what it's called. Until you guys, decide whether to hire and when they get started. So, my recommendation is to contract with somebody local, which I have two estimates here for some contract work. First one is from Wiley Wood. I don't know if you guys know him. He's a good fellow. He does contract IT work here locally. He is available for 2 weeks in July. And so he gave me an estimate for July 1st to the 16th for contract work that would give you 2 weeks to get somebody hired. It's for 16 hours total work. So he would be available to come in and do, critical stuff. If stuff goes down, nobody else knows how to fix. And he quoted $1,200 for that. So $1,200 would get you, 16 hours work. Normally charges $85 an hour, so that's discounted off that rate.
And that's when it's July.
That's right, he's
One
available July 1 through the 16th, so he'd be able to cover the next 2 weeks for you.
Okay.
For $1,200, and that would give you time to interview and hire. Your other option is a little more comprehensive. It's from Apollo, which all of them work for before. Paul Smithson in Early. They do good work too. We're a 30-day contract with them, and this is unlimited hours. This would be, you could call them for anything, big or small, they can come fix it for you. And that's for a 30-day contract. It's $4,171. And that is, I find that reasonable in the sense that, of course, Wiley's a lot cheaper, but he's only in there for 2 weeks. But if you want to go with that option, that is, that would cover just enough time to get somebody hired. Apollo will give you a little more breathing room, and that is an unlimited hour contract, which means if we rack up 60 hours with them, it's still only $4,000.
The first guy's only available 2 weeks, and after that, he's out of the picture.
He's on vacation, and he's a one-man show. So,
Has he got the 16 hours?
he has not done work for us, but he has the contract with Coleman County, who also has net data. So he has some experience with both local government and our own software program. So he has some things.
But it's only 16 hours.
It's only 16 hours. Beyond 16 hours, then you just be charged the regular $85 now. So it's very much a short-term interim type contract. And Apollo's is much more comprehensive. It's more expensive, but it's much more comprehensive. And that would give us a certain level of priority over their other customers by being a contract customer. Wiley's would be the same way. And it would cover, with Wiley, you'd want to, you want to count your hours, and you want to make sure you're spending them wisely. With Apollo, it's unlimited, so you can call them in for anything, big or small, fix a printer, fix a server, anything in between. Now, he's also giving me, Apollo has also given me a yearly contract price for $3,800 a month. You can sign a 12-month contract and get the same kind of service unlimited. So that's always an option. I don't recommend doing that permanently because I feel like this job is big enough. We need somebody here on site. But it is an option you could consider instead of hiring full-time, just to present that to you. The technology committee and I both don't think that's a great idea. So that'd be $45,600 a year.
I didn't know that.
But yeah, you wouldn't have somebody here on site full-time.
My concern is though that if you go through the process to hire somebody and then get in place, it's gonna exceed 2 weeks. Almost, they're gonna assume that.
And if it does, like the Apollo contract's gonna be your way to go. Because it's gonna give you a lot more breathing room. And you can always renew it for another month if you had to. So
Judge Smith,
you can renew, but he's gonna be out for those 2 weeks of July, and then you wouldn't have anybody then.
you wanna play in on this, because like, that's the only two options we've given, so.
Well,
Hey, also-
just listening to what Matt is saying, it seems to me we absolutely need to go with having somebody available all the time. We're not a tiny county, and you got a lot of people, and every employee in this county uses laptops and printers, and we could be in the middle of trial and have issues with technology. We gotta have somebody to come deal with it in the middle of that. So I absolutely think, my thought is start out maybe with a month-to-month deal with Apollo, get us down the road a little and see where we go from there. The tech committee is meeting on a regular basis and talking about a lot of issues, but this is one I think we can all weigh in on about where we go from here, but this is a critical deal.
Is he aware, or you got a list of things that you kind of had to push aside or concentrate on the data issues?
Yeah,
So he could, so Apollo would actually still be working on all those other things also.
yes, yeah, we've already discussed that. I've discussed that with both of them. Actually, there would be a backlog of things that they might have to address when they come in. And it's not bad right now, but there are a couple of things.
Well, with the vendor that we have, which is net data. We need somebody that's gonna be here, because we have so many issues with net data. That we need somebody that's gonna be here. Unlimited hours,
Should be no secret that the migration to the cloud, net data has not been
it's no secret.
easy.
Yeah, it's not been smooth.
And it's not gone smooth at all.
So I
It's
think
just
we need somebody
taking
here.
him totally away from his normal duties.
Are
Way,
you
way
familiar
above
with
and
their
beyond
work?
on that. So they're still working on that.
Yeah, they've come and done work for me here, as a matter of fact, when I'm, over the years, when I've gone on vacation, been out, they have come and put it.
Would Paul come in and go over this with some of you before you're gone, just kind of get familiar with this, you think, or somebody can just.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Exactly, we've already discussed this.
What's his name?
Paul Smithson,
Nixon?
Spell his last name?
Smithson.
Smith.
He's the owner of Apollo, and he's your local there in Irving.
I know him when I see him, I didn't know.
Yeah, I've had a relationship with him for a long time, business relationship. So,
Well, there's not nearly much discussion I thought there might be on this matter this morning. It's really not a lot of options.
well, that's.
We had an
yeah, I mean, it's-
application, and I think there's actually one.
Yeah, we've had a resume come in, and, we want y'all to consider with everybody else, when you're ready, you know, and doing this gives y'all that, that freedom to do it when you're ready and not have to panic.
Well, while we're discussing this, so this, we're talking about putting this position, we have a technology committee in place, basically it's department head or somebody, or whoever the representative. of each department. Is that, you think, the judge, now, put all this to, is that, like them to go through all the applicants, rather than the judge or us, because they're the one that dealing with it. And then we'll talk to them, and they can just come to us and we can discuss this. So,
How you feel about that?
I think that's a great idea, and I think the more involved we are, I mean, you know, we're meeting on a fairly regular basis now. I think this is be a great topic for the committee to take up. You could create a little smaller select committee, like Commissioner Shaw said, however you want to do it.
Yeah.
But I think having kind of going through that vetting process and knowing what the issues are and getting a chance to participate in interviews and things of that nature would be a great idea.
let me back up and say this, so as it currently stands, it's basically, technology committee consists of you currently, but you're not.
Yeah. For some, yeah, it's
Somebody in
a,
your office in there.
Yes.
It was originally the department head from every office or whoever the representative is.
I think that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, it all started back with the net data Tyler stuff, and there was somebody from every office, sheriff's office, every office in the courthouse, treasurer, talking. And, you know, it's like any other committee, we don't make every meeting, but we're pretty consistent. And so I think we can all get together fairly soon, you know, timing is never great. We're dealing with this net data stuff and mass leaving, and it's July almost, and vacations are happening. Ms. Bird is out at a conference this week, I'm out all next week. So we can make arrangements to get this thing going as soon as possible.
That's one reason I'm thinking that rushing to make a decision is probably not the best thing to do. The Wiley guy's only available for 2 weeks, and I don't see there's any way in the world you're not gonna have a decision like for 2 weeks. Within the 2 weeks, it's the only thing I have against that option. Other than that, so I think, what she's showing us right now, in my opinion, the only option is gonna be with Apollo, give us time to finish going through our net data migration with the cloud and work through those things, and then give the committee time to actually literally have time to interview.
And quite frankly, Apollo probably help us out a little bit in the interview process. They're the tech experts. They know the skill set that you need. So they can help us navigate the kinds of questions and skill set that a new person would need to have in this environment.
Who is the spokesperson? Normally she,
normally it's Alicia.
Alicia would probably be the spokesperson.
But I do think that's a good idea because the tech committee, you know, the benefit of the tech committee is it's got representatives of every office. And so we are able to really get a good feel of how things are going on the ground in every office with technology. And that way they'll all be able to express their needs and what they might need. And so we're really going to have their input.
So item C is consideration of possible approval of action regarding information technology positions. So some of the action will include, might include allowing her hiring a temporary, to fill that spot and allowing the technology committee to move forward with going through the application process, which they've already advertised for applications apparently. Have they advertised for applications? We have one. Is it just
Not
advertised?
officially.
If not, okay, so they're not been advertised for.
So, yeah, so,
Even though you have an application, it's not been officially.
yes, yeah, it was actually somebody who, it was coming open, so they went ahead and submitted this.
Anything else for us on that? Anything else, Joe?
Anything else?
Give the job description.
I can work on one, yeah, I mean, there was one initially, but it's 11 years old now, so. Yeah, it's changed a lot.
Well, I would make a motion that we contract with Apollo on a 30-day at a time contract to take over our technology, our IT position, and that we task the IT committee, not the technology committee with the process of going through the long-term solution. So that's,
Would the Paul's contract date begin August 5th? July 5th,
Yes,
July 5th.
Yes.
right,
holiday.
Oh, that's right, 4th, oh, and I had to get the birth, that's,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, understood. That would be my motion. Yes, sir.
let me,
It was second.
Anything else, any other
let
discussion?
me correct that, you might want to start.
Hold up, we have a hand up in the back.
Hey, might be a good idea to identify somebody to be a contact person between Apollo, so every office isn't contacting them.
Calling constantly,
Yeah.
yeah, to designate a, for IT issues, that there would be someone in the courthouse that everyone could call, and then we would send those on to Apollo, so they have a single point of contact, and not every office calling them, not knowing how the other offices
I don't know,
do.
what you guess for that position.
I could do that. Because I
We
mean,
have
I
a
have
lady- we
to
have a
deal with the
volunteer,
phone
yeah.
issues all the time. So,
If you want to volunteer for that, that's, because that can be. Can
Be in the middle of it.
I did all the phone stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Stephanie.
Yeah, they call her and say, we got an issue, she'll go.
You need to be having those tech committee meetings too, if you
That need to be part of the motion.
I'll just add it.
I don't necessarily know if that needs
Action.
action, but it can be fine.
Well, I think that should be a given.
Well, I do suggest we start the contract on the fourth. Just, well, I suggest we start on the fourth.
Because that's the 30 days.
Cover the holiday, because IT issues don't necessarily go along with business hours. And so you'll want coverage on that day because I won't be there. And if something went down, for example, if the Southern software server goes down, they can't put people in jail, and they're still operating on the fourth, so you'll want coverage on it.
Right. Are we forgetting anything? Any other discussion on this? Does the judge-elect, even though he didn't really have to say,
Sounds like a nightmare.
you're good where we're at. Understand
It has been.
Welcome back to the county, Shane.
that. Well, yeah, thanks. I guess I'll call the vote. All in favor? All right. Thank you all. I guess, thank you. We got that under control. Item B is Judge Smith. I know he has to go also, but he has a consideration possible approval of authorizing funds to repair the district courtroom pews.
Thank you all. You go up and sit in the district courtroom in a few spots. When I sit in the middle of the queue, if you weigh as much as I do, you might break it. So there's a few that just need to be strengthened from the bottom. I think over time, that's already happened. So there's probably 10 or 15 spots that are, Mr. Joel Felton was up there the other day and I asked him to sit in a spot. He doesn't weigh as much as I do, and I think he gave a little bit for him.
So last year, we actually got a quote to do this because we knew it was a problem last year. The quote last year to do it was $950. It was from a gentleman named Brian Bacchus, who I think has a good reputation for carpentry work and things of that nature. I've had a hard time getting a hold of them lately. These guys are so busy. But we need some approval to get that done as soon as possible. Last year, we weren't meeting in person that much. So now that we're back to normal, the juries are coming in, we need to make sure that there's not any unsafe pews up there. So that's the issue.
You think that quote will still be there?
I called him, I don't know, I really don't know. Even if it may be off,
Yeah.
10, 20% now, I don't know. And also, I mean, if there's someone else we can get to do it, it doesn't have to be him. That's just who was available at that time to come and look at it. So whatever needs to happen, just bringing this to everybody's attention.
I wouldn't say that, I vouch for it, it needs to be repaired before it does break, and then it would be not, we'll repair it, we have to replace it and broken to your hand.
Yes.
The motion flagging before the repairs on that, and if it exceeds 30% of this quote, we might come back. That sound reasonable?
That's fine. I think the biggest problem would be finding somebody to do it and do it fairly soon. So if you guys know somebody,
It can be, I don't want to be on the next motion. I mean, I would say the quote's a little old, you can't get in contact with them in circumstances that needs to be repaired. It's not excessive overkill for this right here. It is a gift. Well, they built some of the furniture.
they did.
They're the ones that built some of the furniture in the court. And it needs to be stained and matched, and that included that, because, you're actually visible. There was a motion to repair. Larry said.
You want to put the dollar amount or just authorize him to make
Well,
the lines?
the law for us to repair.
To find someone to make their
You don't
repairs.
need very good judgment, I'm sure. Do we have a second? Any other discussion, all in favor? Give it that.
Thank you.
And he has to go forward. Now we can go back up there and catch up on, item A was the consideration possible action regarding the burn ban. Leave it on, he says, leave it on, I say leave it on. So no action on the burn ban stays on. Lisa Dick, nothing, she's not gonna be here. What else, let's skip over there, kind of hurry, because I thought we might run out of time, I didn't know how long this discussion would be on that. And Cheryl missed the show, but.
Yeah,
It's done.
sorry.
That's all right.
We're all day, that got us down in my office.
Uh-oh.
We're dealing with that. Sorry.
Scott, like I said, y'all items not on the agenda.
We're told it was.
I didn't know that. Yeah. I'm sorry.
It's not here, I'm sorry. I didn't do it, but it's not here.
I didn't get a.
Yeah.
I responded, and you said, okay, and I forwarded all, I have it in my email.
All right. The next item is consideration of payment of any bills needed. There are a few, let's see.
What were they on? What were they supposed to be on here for?
We're getting rain, the forecast rain. We do.
Today, tomorrow, tonight, tomorrow. We'll get close up.
I don't like the numbers.
Numbers are low.
Is there a motion to pay bills?
Second.
That's presented by the auditor. Motion and a second. All in favor, bills are paid. Apparently, we need to put then back on the,
It's supposed to be on July fifth.
back on the agenda. Yes, that we're adjourned. Shane. You got one? We're adjourned.
Who motioned and seconded for the bills? Who motioned and seconded for the bill?
Private motion, Michelle second.
Thank you.